Hello, everyone. My name is Verve, and welcome to the December 19th, 2022 episode of the Bullshit Podcast. Background footage, we have an electric Audi. I don't remember the official name of it, but I just got done recording this footage, and let me tell you, this car is fucking wily. I went to go race that car, and the car was actually, like, basically a drift car. It was kind of annoying, actually, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, it's a cool car, though. Welcome to the December 19th episode of the Bullshit Podcast. We got a lot of shit. We have 13 topics, which is at least 2 or 3 more than we normally do. It's kind of huge. So we're kind of gonna get right into it here with our first topic. You know how I am. You know that I love Call of Duty, and part of the thing that I love about Call of Duty is Call of Duty esports. If there is a Call of Duty game that I am particularly fond of playing that year, I will watch the esports, or if it's a Call of Duty game that interests me, I will watch the esports for it that year. And let me tell you what, the first major in Raleigh, is it North or South Carolina? I don't remember. The major in Raleigh, it was a fucking banger. And let me tell you this, chat. Ladies and gentlemen, I've named this topic hashtag stand clear because that is the hashtag message that goes with my favorite team personally, the New York Subliners. And ladies and gentlemen, the New York Subliners actually won the first major of the year, which was not suspected at all, like legitimately. That is one of the biggest comebacks I have seen in the off and on amount of time I've watched Call of Duty esports. They went from like getting 3-0'd like 2 or 3 times in the preliminary rounds over internet. As soon as they got to the tournament on land, they were fucking crushing it. Like the day before the major, they 3-0'd like the 2 biggest teams. Minnesota Rocker, dude, I feel bad for them and their fans. They were fucking acing it on the internet preliminaries, and then as soon as they got to the tournament, they fucking lost, went into the elimination bracket, and got eliminated first off. I feel bad for them and everyone who fucking, supports them. That's a tough L to take. That's definitely a tough L to swallow. But the New York, they won their first game against the Mutineers. They lost their second round to Surge, which then Surge went on to beat FaZe to be in the grand finals. Then the Subliners went into the elimination bracket, or the losers bracket. They won against Legion. They won against Ultra, which is like, holy shit, how the fuck did they do that, right? Because, like, Ultra was literally the first seat. Well, they were the second seat going into the major. And then they were literally the best looking team the entire major up till this point. And then they had their game against FaZe. They lost their game against FaZe. They won against the Thieves, and the Subliners actually won 3-2. Then it was New York versus FaZe, and I'm sorry to FaZe. I do like FaZe. They were my favorite team before Team Caliber, and now that Team Caliber doesn't exist, I've jumped ship to the Subliners. I do like FaZe. But listen, bro. FaZe did not stand a chance. The Subliners, they were just too good. They got 3-1'd. I'm sorry. But then we move on to the grand finals. It was Seattle Surge versus the New York Subliners. And I was worried, right? Because back in Winners Round 2, the Surge... Here, I'll show this. I don't know why I'm not showing this. Here, look. So here's the bracket, right? Subliners won against Mutineers. Winners round 2, they lost to Seattle. And I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be bad, right? So they lost to Seattle, so I went down in the elimination bracket. I mean, I knew that they were gonna beat Legion. I legitimately thought that the Subliners run was gonna end here. Because Toronto, all the way leading up to it, in the qualifier standings, Toronto were number 2 in the entire league. Look at these stats, bro. They were number 2 in the entire league. I was like, there's no way they're winning against Toronto. Toronto have this, like, in the bag. They got 3-2'd, which I was like, holy shit, that's crazy, right? Then the Subliners had to go up against FaZe because FaZe lost against Surge. Subliners pretty much mopped them. I'm sorry, FaZe. Again, I love you, FaZe. I love you, Atlanta FaZe, but I didn't think he stood a chance. Subliners during this major just looked better. And then it was the final game. Let me tell you, map 1, the closest literally the closest hardpoint match I've ever seen in my life. I think it was like a difference of like 6 or 7 points, right? It was so close, but the subliners pulled out, right? Then second match, Search and Destroy on, I think, Hotel, or no, was it Hotel? I don't remember. It was a Search and Destroy on a map that the subliners were relatively comfortable with. Like, clean sweep. I think Surge got like 1 round. It was like a 6-1, right? Then it was the third match, and I was like, bro, New York, you got this. It was a control on Hotel, I think. And New York actually lost it. And I was like, fuck, man. Like, because the way that the maps were set up, right, was because after the Hotel hardpoint, and for those of you who don't play Modern Warfare 2, this doesn't make sense. Hotel is a map, okay, in Call of Duty, right? There's the Hotel hardpoint. After that was Mercado, I think it was Mercado S&D, Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy is a 1-life game mode where one team plants a bomb at A or B bomb site, and the other team has to defend those bomb sites. It's 1 life, so you die, you're dead for that round, right? I don't like playing it personally, but I love watching it. So, that was... So, it was on that, and Mercado was the map, right? Hold on, let me hide this real quick and search up Mercado. Modern Warfare 2 Mercado. Sorry, this is going to be the longest topic on the podcast because it was such a good game. So this is Mercado, okay? It's a map in Call of Duty. All right, this is Mercado. It's a map, all right? So it was Mercado, Search and Destroy. I think New York won the first match. It was literally neck and neck. It was like Surge won, New York won. Surge won, New York won. Like they kept winning. Like the defending team just kept winning. And then New York pulled ahead on an attacking side. But then Seattle won, and then New York won, and then New York won, and then New York won. And I was like, bro! And then eventually they won. And it was insane. It was fucking insane. New York started off 3-0ing their fucking, like, Surge. It was insane. I was like, bro, there's no way. Because all of these matches beforehand, first 1 to 3 wins. But in the grand final match, it's the first to 4. So if this were first to 3, New York would have 3-0'd Seattle in the grand final. But it's first to 4. So Seattle actually did get their 1 win in, but then New York won the next one. It was insane. Just know that it was the craziest fucking night of Call of Duty esports I've seen in a while. It's crazy that the first week of the qualifying rounds, New York got shit on so hard. And I was like, man, this is going to be a rough fucking major. And then just 3-0, 3-0, 3. They just kept hammering fucking back. It was insane. But anyway, sorry, I'm excited because my favorite team won is essentially what's happening right now. Anyways, I've literally spent like a couple of minutes shy of 10 minutes fucking talking about this. So we're moving on. We're going to move on to our... So basically, part of the story, hashtag stand clear. New York subliners took the first major, which I'm happy about. Moving on to podcast topic number 2. Now we're moving on to like normal gaming news, I guess. Bye Bye Ash. Ladies and gentlemen, after 25 years, the latest season of the Pokemon anime saw protagonist Ash Ketchum finally achieve his dream of becoming Pokemon World Champion. Now that he has reached the top of the mountain, the series is giving the perpetually young hero his last hurrah before kicking off a fresh adventures starring a new cast of characters. The Pokemon Company announced that beginning January 13th in Japan, Ash and Pikachu's final chapter begins. It consists of 11 special episodes serving as a grand send-off celebrating the duo's achievements. It also features some familiar faces from Ash's past, including Misty and Brock. Sometime later in the year, a yet-to-be-titled animated series set in Scarlet/Violet's Paldea, I think that's how you say it, right? Paldea, yeah. Region kicks off. It stars 2 young trainers, Liko and Roy, joined by the 3 starters of that region, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley. Good lord. Those names. The trailer also teases the appearance of a shiny Rayquaza. Okay, that's pretty cool. So this is it. If you spent your childhood following Ash's exploits or have stuck with him for his entire run, how does it feel to finally see the character get his flowers and ride off into the sunset? Are you looking forward to finally seeing a series starring new heroes and storylines? Let us know in the comments. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? Ash finally became Pokemon champion. I remember when that happened, Twitter was fucking, like, I learned about it pretty much as it, like, came out, basically. I remember I saw the tweets about, like, oh, Ash Ketchum is now finally, after however many years, this still 10-year-old kid became Pokemon champion, which is funny. But yeah, I mean, that's cool. I mean, it makes sense that, you know, the previous... It's kind of like Naruto and Boruto, right? Like, even though Boruto's trash, like, Naruto finally defeated, you know, literally a god and then became the Hokage. Like, where else is that story meant to go? That's the whole point of this story in the first place. The story literally starts... And it's literally, I want to be the Hokage, and then he becomes the Hokage, and it's like, okay, well now where do we go? I guess with his kid, right? So I guess Pokemon's kind of in this similar valley where it's like, sorry, I had to sneeze. I guess Pokemon's in this similar valley where it's like, okay, well now Ash is world champion. Well, I guess we gotta start new with different characters. It'll be the same with, like, Halo, too, right? Because, like, eventually Master Chief is human. Master Chief eventually has to die. You know, like where are they gonna go from there? They better not make it fucking Locke, I'll tell you that. But yeah. So there you go. Pokemon, new characters, new anime coming out. And there we go. Moving on to our third topic of the podcast. Here we go with another strange anime crossover, chat. You know, sometimes I'll look at, you know, like what I'm happy about it, but also at the same time it very much confuses me. There's a lot of strange anime crossovers. It started, well, it didn't start with this, but in my mind it started with Naruto being added to Fortnite. Like, Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi, and I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, adding Naruto characters to fucking Fortnite, that's kind of weird. And then, fast forward a couple years, and there's Attack on Titan characters in Call of Duty, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I get that Vanguard was a trash game, but, like, bro... Attack on Titan characters in fucking Vanguard? Like, what's going on here? Ladies and gentlemen, they've done it again. Because Fortnite is crossing over with another big anime. This time, the saviors of My Hero Academia joined the fight. Beginning today, which this was December 16th, so last Friday, you can rack up victory royales as characters from the hit series, compete in a new game mode, and earn rewards by completing special challenges. You can purchase outfits for, okay, this article misspelled it. It said Izuka Midoriya. It's Izuku, but alright. All Might, Katsuki Bakugo, and Ochako Uraka. Each comes with a matching back bling and pickaxe, so basically matching backpack. And pickaxe. New items include the Deku's Smash item, which allows players to pummel opponents and structures by channeling the power of One for All. You can also pick up 2 new emotes, Symbol of Peace and Hero Analysis. All Might will also be showering the battlefield with loot-filled supply drops. You can sharpen your superhero skills at the Hero Training Gym. This new creative mode lets players select one of the 3 classes to face other players in team battles. You'll earn rescue points for your squad by eliminating players or capturing rescue zones that pop up in the arena. The first team to earn 100 points wins the challenge. Completing limited time My Hero Academia quests earns XP and special items in either Battle Royale mode or the Hero Training Gym. These missions are complete the assist in eliminating opponents on the Hero Training Gym Island quest to earn the Deku Spray. Complete the secure rescue points on the Hero Training Gym Island to earn the Plus Ultra Spray. Complete a total of 4 My Hero Academia quests to earn the Deku's Glove emoticon. And complete a total of 8 My Hero Academia quests to earn the UA Cape back bling. So there you go. They added My Hero Academia to Fortnite. I pretty much have nothing else to say because I don't play Fortnite. I have watched My Hero Academia. It's a very mid anime. It's not bad by any means, but it's just kind of like, eh. It's another shonen, but I don't watch it and I'm like, oh, you know, like, this is amazing, right? Like, I don't know. This comes from somebody whose favorite anime is Bleach, so take all that opinion, I guess, with a grain of salt, since I'm a basic bitch. But moving on to our fourth topic. I've never been more happy, but also sad. Because, ladies and gentlemen, PlayStation has revealed that Marvel's Spider-Man 2 will hit PlayStation 5 sometime next fall. Now, the reason why I say I've never been more happy but also sad is because I'm happy because the next Spider-Man game is coming out. But I'm sad because I'm not dropping, like, $700 on a PS5 just to buy this fucking game. I'm sorry. If they're gonna do what they did the first time around, which was drop the game on PC after, like, a couple years, I'm gonna wait for the PC release. Okay, I'm not buying a PlayStation 5 just to play this game. I already kind of have it in my head that if I were to get the, like, optimal gaming setup for myself, and this is just me personally, right? If I were able to have the most optimal gaming setup that I could ever have, I would have my gaming computer, but I would also play most of my games on console because I don't have to worry about how they run. Like, there are obviously some games that I wouldn't play on console, right? Like, there's a lot of games that I still need a PC and would play on PC. But I'm saying for the sake of, like, especially Call of Duty and a lot of other, like, more casual games, I would buy them on console. And in my brain, I've already kind of determined that the console that I would get for that experience would be an Xbox. So I'm kind of just whatever about, you know, I don't, and the only reason why I say I would go with Xbox is just because it's fucking cheaper. They didn't, like, inflate their prices just to recuperate from, like, a lawsuit or whatever the fuck, right? And I don't know about you, but I don't want my fucking party chat to be recorded, right? So I'm just kind of like, whatever, you know? I'm not buying a PlayStation 5 just to play this fucking game. A few years ago, I would have said on the contrary, but that was before the COVID pandemic hit. And that was before Sony said that they were increasing the price of the PS5 by like $200 for no reason. So, yeah. Anyway, this news comes after leaks from earlier this week, including indicating the game would be hitting console in the fall of 2023. It seems those leaks were correct. While we do have this fall 2023 release window, PlayStation did not reveal a release date. What a year it's been for PlayStation Studios. Here at Insomniac Games, we've been in absolute awe of the work of our peers. Insomniac Games creative director Brian Intihar writes in a PlayStation blog post, "Congrats to everyone on a successful 2022, and here's to next year being just as exciting as we continue to get Marvel's Spider-Man 2 ready for release next fall." Not much else was revealed about the upcoming sequel, but PlayStation says, following the events of Marvel's Spider-Man and Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, the Spider duo of Peter Parker and Miles Morales are back in the next blockbuster action chapter of the Marvel's Spider-Man series. So there you go. It's coming out fall of next year at some point. We don't know exactly when. And it will be releasing on PS5. I'm not sure if we have any news about a PC release. It's probably, if it is gonna be on PC, it's probably gonna be just like the first one, where it's gonna be like fucking 4 or so years after its initial release on the console, which is fine. I'll wait that long. I'm not even gonna watch a Let's Play of it, to be honest. I'm just gonna wait. I just really don't want, you know, I just really don't want to have to buy a PS5 just to play Spider-Man. It's really stupid. Anyway, moving on to our fifth topic of the podcast, Resident Evil Village getting a virtual reality. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Resident Evil Village's VR mode will hit PlayStation VR 2 the day it launches, February 22nd, and it will be available as free DLC to anyone who owns Village on PlayStation 5. Those who own the Gold Edition of Village will get it for free as well. You will need, however, the $549.99 PSVR 2 hardware in order to check out this new mode for Village, as its name suggests. The VR mode isn't just a slice of Village. You can play through the entire campaign in this new, probably horrifying way. And you can do so the day you bring home your PSVR 2 system. A deeper, more captivating adventures awaits with PlayStation VR 2 as Ethan Winters' journey takes full advantage of the headset's advanced features, a press release reads. VR mode utilizes the 4K HDR display, eye tracking, and 3D audio to make Resident Evil Village more realistic and intense than ever. Capcom says the platform's PSVR 2 Sense controllers will add even more immersion to the new mode. These controllers represent Ethan's famously resilient hands and allow intuitive actions to be performed in-game, Capcom writes in a press release. Players can hold up their arms to guard against enemies that get too close for comfort. Weapons all feel tangibly more realistic in VR mode with new gameplay elements that dial up the immersion, such as dual wielding and natural motion controls for reloading firearms and brandishing knives. So there you go. Resident Evil Village is getting a VR update, but it's only for PlayStation VR, which, I mean, makes sense. Considering the fact that I think the game is an exclusive? Except for PC. I do know the game had a PC port, but that makes me wonder. I wonder if people are going to take, like, the framework, maybe, for the PSVR version and maybe make, like, a proper, like, actual, like, public release, like, just general VR version for PC. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, it says, these controllers represent Ethan's famously resilient hands. And when I read that in my brain, I got kind of sidetracked because I thought, oh, so does that mean that when he gets, like, 2 fingers bitten off, like, half your controller doesn't work? Like, imagine Ethan's, like, pinky and ring finger gets bit off and you're just like, well, I can't use half my controller now. Anyways, we're going to move on to our 6th topic for the podcast today. Play them while you can, ladies and gentlemen. Play them while you can. In a blog post, Epic has announced that it is shutting down the servers and online services for many of its older titles beginning today. Sorry, there's, like, pauses, okay? I'm trying to deal with my fucking nose because I sneezed earlier, and now, like, my nose is running, and it's very annoying. We love allergies. I was telling my mom, you know, if I ever found a genie in a bottle, before I'd even try all of the stereotypical, like, I wish for more wishes, or money, or whatever, before any of that, my first wish would be, can I not be allergic to anything for the rest of my life? Like, I wish I was never allergic to anything anymore for the rest of my life. Because then I could, like, you know, not have fucking, you know, shitty sinuses and all this shit, right? It'd be an amazing fucking, you know, life at that point. Anyway, moving on with the article. The reason is the company wants to, in its own words, move to solely support Epic online services with its unified friend system, voice chat features, parental controls, and parental verification features. Epic states that by January 24th, the following titles no longer will be playable online, albeit with some caveats which are noted. Epic also started removing these titles from digital storefronts and will disable DLC purchases. Most of these games can still be played offline if you own them. The list of affected games are 1000 Tiny Claws, Dance Central 1 through 3, Dance Central VR Online Multiplayer will remain available, Green Day Rock Band, Monsters Stole My Princess, Rock Band 1 through 3, Rock Band 4 Online Multiplayer will remain available, The Beatles Rock Band, Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars, Unreal Gold, Unreal 2 The Awakening, Unreal Tournament 03, Unreal Tournament 04, Unreal Tournament 3, but Epic plans to bring back the online features via Epic Online Services in the future, and Unreal Tournament Game of the Year Edition. Games with offline modes will still be playable, of course, but titles that are built solely around multiplayer will be effectively be dead. One example is the free-to-play Battle Breakers, which will become totally unplayable on December 30th. Epic will refund in-game purchases that were made in Battle Breakers 180 days prior to today. Additionally, the publisher has already removed the Mac and Linux versions of Hatoful Boyfriend and Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star from stores, as well as the mobile version of Drop Mix. Owners will still be able to access these titles, though. Unreal Tournament Alpha, Rock Band Blitz, the Rock Band Companion app, and SingSpace will also cease operations on January 24th. Several of these games are over a decade old, so it's not surprising to see Epic pulling the plug on their online servers, especially if the communities aren't very active. Still, it stinks to see this happen from a preservationist standpoint. Will you be logging on to play Unreal Tournament 04 or the Beatles Rock Band with friends before January 24th? No, because I don't own those, but it does kind of suck. But I understand it. Something like the Beatles Rock Band, though, I mean, online server, it doesn't matter, right? Because something like Rock Band or Guitar Hero or whatever the fuck, right? Like, those games you could still enjoy without internet. You don't need online to really enjoy them, you know what I mean? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, play them while you can. Moving on to our 7th topic. I would love to go someday, even though I'm not the biggest Nintendo gamer. And the reason why I say that is because the first Super Nintendo World in the U.S. will finally open in February. More specifically, the opening day will be February 17th, 2023. This news comes by way of a new trailer showcasing what to expect in the new park within Universal Studios Hollywood. There's a look at Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge, Yoshi's Adventure, the decor of the park, and of course Mario and Luigi. It looks fantastic, as expected, given how great Super Nintendo World in Japan turned out to be. Check out Universal Studios Hollywood's video announcing it, which we will not. The park is looking great. We can't wait to visit one day. Universal Studios Japan opened its Super Nintendo World last year back in June. Universal revealed that Hollywood's Nintendo-themed land will be opening in quote-unquote early 2023. Now we know the opening day is February 17th, 2023. So yeah, if you want to go, get set up for February 17th, which is honestly pretty cool. Again, I'm not a huge Nintendo video game player. I'm not a Nintendo gamer, but a fucking Mario themed amusement park would be sick. And I remember I watched so this is kind of like jumping through a hoop, but I remember there was a Nintendo Direct either this year or last year that was announcing the Mario themed theme park in Japan. And I remember watching a video of Joel, Vargskeletor Joel, reacting to it. Like, I watched his VOD of his stream he did of it. And I remember seeing it and thinking that it looked really fucking cool. And if one of those opened up in America, I would definitely want to go if I had the money. Now knowing that it's in Florida at Orlando Studios, it makes it infinitely harder to go. Well, actually, I was gonna say if it opened up in LA, that would be infinitely harder to go. Florida is still doable, but it's farther away than I would think. It's not a drive away. I'm not gonna drive that. I would ride a train, or trains, but I wouldn't drive that. So that'd be rough. But either way, still would like to go someday. Probably not gonna happen, but who knows? That would be fun. Moving on to topic number 8. If you're a Potter fan, here's some disappointing news. If you're a fan of Harry Potter, the Switch and last-gen versions of Hogwarts Legacy have been delayed. The game is still slated to release on February 10th for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. However, everyone else will have to wait a few more months. The open-world Wizarding World adventure now has 2 additional release dates. The PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions launch on April 4th. The Switch port comes a few months later on July 25th. Developer Avalanche says decided to stagger the release to ensure the best possible experience on each platform. Additionally, a game FAQ about the change in dates clarifies that the PS4 Xbox One Deluxe Editions will not include the 72-hour early access that the current gen and PC bundle is receiving. So there you go. If you're looking for the Hogwarts Legacy on last gen and Switch, sorry, it's getting delayed, which, I mean, kind of makes sense because, you know, those consoles aren't the most technically up-to-date at this point, I guess, anymore. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to our 9th topic of the stream of the podcast today. If you actually sat through all 1 million episodes of One Piece, I have some cool news for you. Where Harry Potter fans are disappointed, people who are fans of One Piece, who actually sat through 2 million episodes, are gonna be fucking, you know, ecstatic. Hosts Wesley LeBlanc and Kylie Hillard discuss all things One Piece Odyssey in an upcoming One Piece JRPG on the hit anime and manga series. Wesley recently went hands-on with the game for a couple of hours, exploring One Piece Odyssey's first 2 chapters, and he had a blast. In today's new gameplay today, the two discuss the game's narrative, its combat, and what it's doing different in the JRPG genre, and why One Piece makes for such a fun world to play around in. One Piece Odyssey is shaping up to be a great time, especially for pirates. While we only got to experience the game's opening hours, we're excited about the full release in January. One Piece Odyssey hits PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC on January 12th. So there you go, January 12th. People who watched the 3 million episodes of One Piece, you'll enjoy that. What I want to know is, where the fuck is our open world Bleach adventure game, man? I want something. Can I just have some, like, Bleach PC game that isn't a stupid mobile port on Steam? Like, holy shit. I want a proper game. Even if it's a fighting game, dude. I hate fighting games. Like, I don't hate them. But, like, I don't like fighting games too much. But even if it were a Bleach fighting game, I would still buy it and download it and play it for the story mode or something, man. Like, where's our third person, like, where the fuck is, our Bleach Odyssey? You know? Like, where's our Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but, Bleach version? Where's that at, man? Come on. Like, with all the hype and how well the Thousand Year Blood War arc is doing right now, like, you'd think some game studio somewhere would at least say, hey guys, calm down, we're working on something Bleach related, and then just leave it at that, and then we'd be, satisfied. But no, we're just fucking, sitting here with our dicks in our hands, man. What the fuck? But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for the gaming topics. That was our last gaming topic for today. Moving on to our 10th topic, which is our first non-gaming topic of today. This is the coolest thing I've heard this year. Ladies and gentlemen, this comes out of Marathon, Florida. Several motorists who were speeding through an elementary school zone on the Florida Keys Overseas Highway received an odorous onion as a reminder to slow down from a county sheriff's deputy dressed as the Grinch. Colonel Lou Caputo, a 37-year veteran of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office who conjured up the concept more than 20 years ago, was back on the streets Tuesday. Drivers who travel about 5 miles per hour or less above the school's speed limit can choose between traffic citations and an onion presented by the Grinch. Those speeding beyond that likely receive a costly ticket. It's about education, awareness that our school zones are still operating even though it's the holiday season, Caputo said. We want people to slow down. Caputo said he portrays the fictional character created by the children's author Dr. Seuss to give motorists a quote-unquote gift, but also to call attention in a nice way the need to obey speed limits in school zones. It catches them off guard, Caputo said, but when I give them a clear choice of a citation or the onion, they will take the onion, and I've had them eat the onion right in front of me. Keys schools remain in session through December 16th. That's crazy, man. Look at these fucking pictures, though. Look at the picture. Look at him. He's got a fucking Grinch costume. This is the coolest fucking thing, dude. This is awesome. Bruh, that's fucking cool. The Grinch handing speeders onions. What the fuck is... Only in Florida, dude. Only in Florida, I swear. Anyway, moving on from our 10th topic to our 11th topic. If the 10th topic was the coolest thing I've heard all year, the 11th topic is the funniest thing I've heard all year. I can't... Dude, if you thought that the sheriff's deputy in Florida dressing up as the Grinch and giving people onions for speeding 5 miles per hour or less over the school zone limit, this takes the cake. This not only takes the cake on the whole Grinch thing, but this also takes the cake on fucking, like... Just listen to this shit. This comes from Phoenix, Arizona. So I guess Phoenix is trying to one-up Florida on this podcast. The Grinch came early for an Arizona driver who tried to pass off an inflatable figure of the Dr. Seuss character as a passenger. The Arizona Department of Public Safety says a state trooper last week noticed a car in a high-occupancy vehicle lane on Interstate 10 in Phoenix with a suspicious-looking green passenger. The gag may have caused the officer's heart to grow, but did not stop the driver from getting cited for being in the HOV lane during a restricted time. The agency, however, could not help post a photo of the Grinch figure with the driver's face blurred on its Twitter account. We are definitely going to look at that here in a second. Officials say they appreciate the festive flair, but the driver's action was still illegal. They are urging motorists to follow traffic laws. No way, dude! No way you're gonna go in a carpool lane with an inflatable Grinch! No way, dude! You can't be serious. You can't keep doing this, man. Oh my fucking god. Last week, an Arizona trooper spotted a driver in the high-occupancy vehicle lane with a suspicious looking passenger on I-10. The trooper stopped the driver and determined the grumpy green guy was, in fact, an inflatable Grinch, no other passengers. Oh my god, dude. What is the world that we live in? Holy shit. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god. Good try though? Yeah, right? Jesus. Moving on to our 12th and second to last topic for the podcast this evening. All I can say about this is interesting. The article itself comes out of Cape Canaveral, Florida, but it's the real article is about Mars. What's a dust devil sound like on Mars? A NASA rover, by chance, had its microphone on when a whirling tower of red dust passed directly overhead, recording the racket. It's about 10 seconds of not only rumbling gusts of up to 25 miles per hour, or 40 kilometers per hour, but the pinging of hundreds of dust particles against the rover Perseverance. Scientists released a first-of-its-kind audio on Tuesday, which we will listen to here in a minute. What is this? Oh, this is just straight up the article. It's like a little video. That's cool. All right, yeah, we'll watch that in a minute. It sounds strikingly similar to dust devils on Earth, although quieter since Mars' thin atmosphere makes for more muted sounds and less forceful wind, according to the researchers. Wow, no shit. Um, the Dust Devil came and went over Perseverance quickly last year. Thus the short length of the audio, said the University of Tollhouse's Naomi Murdoch, lead author of the study appearing in Nature Communications. At the same time, the navigation camera on the parked rover captured images, while its weather monitoring instrument collected data. It was fully caught red-handed by Percy, the co-author German Martinez of the Lunar and Planetary Institution in Houston. Photographed for decades at Mars but never heard until now, dust devils are common at the red planet. This was in the average range, at least 400 feet or 118 meters tall and 80 feet or 25 meters across, traveling at 16 feet or 5 meters per second. So let's go ahead and watch this. This is interesting. The sound of a Martian dust devil, recorded by the Perseverance rover on 27th September 2021. Yeah, so there's the credits. Credits go to all that stuff. Okay, so here's the raw image. Here's the processed image. Atmospheric pressure and no sound yet. Well, there you have it. It was a dust devil that lasted about 2 fucking seconds. Still cool, though. You know? It's still pretty cool. Can we... No, we can't. We can't skip around the timeline of this, apparently. But that's cool. A nice little red, like... You know? Passed by the rover. But speaking of Martians and alien things, we're moving on to our final topic for the podcast today. Topic number 13. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about the Alamau Convention. Because, ladies and gentlemen, not all aliens are Alamaus, but all Alamaus are aliens. This comes, of course, from Roswell, New Mexico, the hub of conspiracy theory and Alamau-related stuff. Roswell, known for its association with extraterrestrial matters, i.e. Alamaus, will have 2 big UFO-themed events next year. The Roswell Daily Record reported Tuesday that the city has negotiated to host the 2nd annual UFO Expo in the spring. The 3-day event was previously held in Florida. The extraterrestrial extravagant... Jesus. Can you stop with these big fucking words, dude? You're, like, making my job reading this very fucking hard. Extraterrestrial extravaganza. Like, bruh, chill out with the vocab. It includes a film festival, cosplay, panels on UFOs, and live music. It will be held March 10th through 12th. This is on top of the city's UFO festival every summer. Roswell officials hope the UFO Expo can be another flagship event that draws visitors during spring break season. Ideally, the festivals will complement each other. Roswell's annual UFO festival is a significant revenue source. In October, an analysis by the city that found this year's event had a $2 million direct economic impact. More than 40,000 people came. Damn, man. You know, this kind of makes me think. Stuff like this makes me think about what aliens think of us. Does that make sense? Like, so, think about this from Earth's perspective, right? I'm about to go on, like, a tangent here about, like, fucking Egyptians and shit, right? wait a minute, though. You know how we dig up, like, hieroglyphics and, like, a bunch of shit about ancient civilizations? And specifically with the Egyptians, we see a lot of stuff about cats, right? And we think, oh, well, the Egyptians worshipped cats because they were, like, godlike deities. And then there's the joke of, like, well, what if they didn't actually worship cats? They just liked cats because cats are memes. And, like, the cat hieroglyphics were, like, the first cat memes, right? what if like neither of those are necessarily correct, but also correct? You know what I mean? Like, what if like the Egyptians just really liked cats? You know, like what if they just really liked cats and so they wanted to do this? You know, it's the same thing with like aliens, right? If like the Greys or whatever, you know, those aliens actually exist out in the universe, which I'm sure aliens do exist. It's just whether or not they're the Greys or not remains to be seen. But if the Greys are up there, you know, it's like, do they think that we're worshiping them? Because that's not exactly what we're doing. We think that they're funny, not in a disrespectful way. Like, they were at first scary, but we've gotten so used to the idea of them, and the internet has done such dumb shit with them, like their image, that they're just funny. Like, aliens are still scary to me. That's why Voices of the Void is terrifying. But when I say that aliens are funny, I mean, like, if you just. It depends on the context, right? It's just like a person. Like, it's just like a human. If you have a human wear, like, a stupid wig in a well-lit room, they're funny. Like, they're just a person. It looks funny, right? Like, it's like clowns. If you have a human who's dressed as a clown in, like, a well-lit room and they're just going, hi, kids, like, they're just dumb. They're just, like, not dumb. They're just silly, right? They're just funny. But, like, if you have a clown in, like, a fucking dark sewer, you know, and he's, like, sinisterly smiling at you with this with these crazy eyes, like, you know, that's gonna be scary. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I just saw an alien, like, walking down the street and they were very casual and nonchalant, I'd probably be weirded out at first, but I'd be like, oh, hey, bro, what's up? But, like, if, like, it was the middle of the night and I see an alien, like, peek around the corner of my room door and look at me, yeah, that's fucking terrifying. It'd be the same thing if a person did it. You know what I mean? Even my own mother peeking around the fucking corner of my door in the dark would scare the shit out of me. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all about context, you know, like there's haha funny alien gif, right? And then there's, you know, like aliens are spooky side of things, you know? It's like, I don't know. You know, it's like, I wonder if they think that we're like fucking worshiping them or if they know the truth, which is we're just fascinated by them. We think they're cool and funny. But you know, it's good that Roswell's, I guess, getting money. I don't know. I don't know what the point of me bringing that up was. It's just funny that there's an Alamau convention. But anyways, I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been the December 19th, 2022 edition of the Bullshit Podcast. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you. Those of you on the Bullshit channel on YouTube, I love you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the views. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And check out my main channel, Verve. You'll know it's the correct one when you see the black V in the white circle. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you. When is it? When is the next one? When is the next one? Oh my god, guys! The next Bullshit Podcast is December 26th. It'll be the last one of 2022, man. It'll be the last one of 2022. Holy shit. So here's what I'm getting from this then. December 26th is the last Bullshit Podcast of the year. So that'll be the last day of the year that you will see the Bullshit Podcast in this state. And what I mean by that is I'm thinking about doing a couple like minor changes to the overlay or whatever. I'm not gonna necessarily completely change everything, but you know, I want to spruce the screen up a little bit. You know, make like maybe a little change here or there or something. You know, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll change something. It probably won't be anything like super crazy. It'll probably just be like, I don't know, I'll add a thing or two to the screen or something, so it'll look a little bit different in 2023. So you can tell, at least from the thumbnails, that it's a bit different. When it comes to... Oh, I have an idea. I actually have a cool idea. I just thought of a cool idea that I'll probably do. Then, I'm actually going to stream... I'm not sure if I'll stream. Hold on, let me see something real quick. What time does SmackDown start? 7 or 8? Okay. Yeah, I don't think so. This upcoming Friday I'll stream the 23rd, but I don't think December 30th I'll stream. I don't think I'm going to stream on December 30th or the 31st. But so Wednesday on the 28th will be the last stream of 2022. Which means that it'll be the last stream when I have like my normal overlay shit that I have now. And it'll be the same for the Bullshit Podcast on the 26th. So when the Bullshit Podcast hits on the 26th, I don't know why I have Discord audio on, so you all just heard that ping, I'm sorry. So, yeah, on December 26th will be the last Bullshit Podcast of 2022, and then 2 days, 2 days later on the 28th will be my last normal stream of 2022. I'm gonna give myself, like, a break. Well, when I say that, I mean, I'm still gonna upload Thursday and Saturday. There'll still be uploads on the YouTube channel Thursday and Saturday, but Wednesday will be the last stream. I will not live stream on this Twitch channel after the 28th until December 2nd, which will be the first Bullshit Podcast of 2023. So, yeah, I'll have that weekend off, basically. On Twitch. On YouTube, I'm still going to have uploads, but on Twitch, I'll pretty much have that off. So anyways, I'll say again, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to not miss any Bullshit Podcast stuff in the future. Also, subscribe to my main channel, Verve. And my name is Verve. This has been a great podcast. And, yeah. Hype. We're hyped, man. Next one on the 26th, I believe it was. Yep. Next Bullshit Podcast on the 26th. That's the last one of 2022. We're moving on to 2023, baby. See you guys in the next one.